What's going on, boxing fans? This is Kenneth, that's me in boxing. Let's speak boxing. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. Let's talk about Floyd Mayweather. Yes, I get a headache too speaking about these guys. I'm tired. I get frustrated even talking about these guys. But I have to talk about them. Why do I have to talk about them? Because they're the biggest names in boxing. They're boxing right now. They're the face of boxing. You know, number one, number two slot debate. Who's the top pound for pound? And I have to see that mega fight. We have to see that mega fight. So we have to speak about them, keep you updated, let you know what's going on. Everyone knows Mayweather got out of jail Friday. As of right now, as we speak, Bob Arum speaking with Manny Pacquiao. Hopefully he can settle a deal for his November 10th matchup. Now, who do they have lined up for the matchup? Timothy Bradley, Miguel Cotto, and Marquez. Bob Arum, obviously, is flying up there, 101. He wants to see that Marquez fight. Why does he want to see the Marquez fight? Because Marquez fight actually brings the most money, and he makes more money. Cotto fight makes more money as well, so he has two people, two aces in his back pocket. Who does Pacquiao want to fight? Pacquiao wants to fight Timothy Bradley. He has unfinished business. Timothy Bradley took his belt. And he took it personal, so that's definitely that's who Pacquiao wants to fight. Bob Arum wants to preach to the world, saying that, hey, you know what? It's really up to Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao want quote unquote saying I want Timothy Bradley. So there's no need for him to fly up there. The only reason I see for him to fly up there is to sell him. He put on his he has 7 suits for the whole entire week. They're all used car salesman suits. Has his white shirts, blue shirts, and his tie, and he's ready to sell. He's ready to sell Mr. Manny Pacquiao the fact that, hey, Juan Marquez and Miguel Cotto is the people that you should be fighting. Well, that's that. What other stuff's going on with Manny Pacquiao? His lawyer went quote unquote saying, you know what, they might spark a deal with Mayweather. Because Bob Arum said there's high hopes, there's a big possibility and a big chance. Once again, he's teasing the boxing fans out there, letting us know that, hey, next year we might score this mega fight. Now, Bob Arum went ahead and had the offer out there on the table, the 45, 45, and 10. 45 for Mayweather, 45 for Pacquiao, and 10 goes to the house. That was declined. That was declined quick. And they countered. They countered another offer. And that definitely, 60-40 is not going to happen. But anyways, Bob Arum, go back to Bob Arum. Bob Arum saying that 50 Cent TMT Promotions, it's a high possibility that they're going to fight early 2013. If they go ahead and fight early next year, that they might go ahead and just November 10th matchup coming up, they're going to completely wash it. They're going to completely wash it out. Does that make sense? That really doesn't make sense because I don't see Mayweather taking that fight early next year. I see him taking on an opponent before, a little tune-up fight before he goes ahead and fight Manny Pacquiao. At least that's what I would like to see. Why would I like to see that? Because just in case of Mayweather, we're trying to eliminate all the excuses, guys. If Mayweather loses, then you guys know what's going to happen. You know what? Pacquiao only won just because Mayweather was in jail. Mayweather is rusty. Mayweather's too old. These guys are not in their prime. Look, both of these guys are nearly past both, their primes. Okay? I understand Pacquiao. It doesn't have that fire like he used to when he fought De La Hoya. A lot of people are saying, I'm reading, I'm listening to a lot of these comments, a lot of Pacquiao fans, and a lot of fans in general saying that Pacquiao's not the same Pacquiao. He doesn't have the same fire. Well, Mayweather is not the same Mayweather, and he doesn't have the same fire anyway, as well. Pacquiao's getting slower. Look, if anything, Mayweather's older. So just keep that in mind. So at least Pacquiao always has that advantage. Always has that advantage. So no matter what you say, you think Pacquiao's out of his prime, Mayweather's definitely more out of his prime. So that just completely eliminates that excuse. So the longer, because for some reason, and I'm a huge Pacquiao fan. For some reason, people think everyone in the sport of boxing doesn't age besides Manny Pacquiao. That's it. It's just, as Manny Pacquiao gets older, they feel like Mayweather's at an advantage. They're forgetting that Mayweather's older. He's getting old too. you know. But anyways, what's going on with the Mayweather side? Mayweather side, he just got out of jail. Obviously, we're still waiting for him to get interviewed, for him to pick his next opponent. You know, he's striking a lot of business. Yes, he's part of TMT Promotions as well, so he does have a say as far as the signers. I know they've been really busy. 50 has been really busy promoting, signing new fighters, setting up venues, and getting everything set up so he can launch his promotion company. You know, what's the next announcement as far as him coming out of jail? Who he's gonna fight? Nobody knows right now. Nobody has no idea on what's going on. The only slim close idea that we do have is is uh is him possibly fighting Andre Berto. Now that's saying that they get reinstated. You know, they get reinstated. Why? Because Mayweather just went to jail, and Berto got failed his drug test. You know, so they both have to get reinstated. And see how that goes. As far as Cotto could possibly fight Mayweather. You know, there could be a possible Cotto fight in December. Cotto already has his venue set up in New York, but I still think I have a feeling that Cotto's might take Canelo because Canelo's calling out Cotto or calling out Mayweather. So I would definitely like to see that. Who do I think Mayweather's going to fight? I don't think he's going to fight Cotto. I think that fight, him coming out of jail, is just if you know he needs a tune-up fight before he fights Manny Pacquiao. He definitely needs a tune-up fight if he fights Cotto, because Cotto's definitely not a tune-up fight. That fight that he had, and you know, a lot of I read the comments. You know, I go quote unquote, and I went ahead and said that Cotto definitely gave Mayweather a run for his money. And obviously, I pissed off a lot of Mayweather fans, and they were saying, "Are you blind? You know, Cotto got dominated." Look, I'm not blind. I'm perfectly fine. You know, I'm not biased to the fact. You know, I'm a huge Mayweather fan. You know, I've run with Mayweather. I'm a huge Mayweather fan, but I'm gonna see it for what it is. Cotto actually, it has nothing to do with being blind. It's not. You know, obviously, if you have Mayweather, you know, on your lower back tattooed, all you're gonna see is the connecting punches that Mayweather landed. That's it. You're not even gonna see the activity from Cotto. You know, if you go to sleep and you wake up with a Manny Pacquiao poster above your head, and you sleep with a Manny Pacquiao pillowcase and covers, obviously every time Manny Pacquiao fights, you're not gonna see any punches that the opposing opponent landed against Manny Pacquiao. You're just gonna be biased to the fact. Yes, Cotto gave Manny Pacquiao a run for his money. So I don't see him taking on that fight. I see him taking on Andre Berto. You know, I see him taking on Andre Berto or Guerrero. That's who I see. I don't see him fighting Saul Canelo Alvarez. That's not going to happen. I don't see him coming up in weight and meeting at a catch weight after Julio Cesar Chavez and Sergio Martinez fight. You know, meeting one of those guys, the winner, at a catch weight. That fight's definitely not going to happen. I don't see Mayweather doing that. Now, I'm a huge Mayweather fan, but if Mayweather ever comes up in weight and either fights Julio Cesar Chavez or Sergio Martinez, and I'm tired, like, honestly, I'm just tired of reading about stuff like that. I'm tired of boxing fans saying that, hey, what, you know, Mayweather's just like Pacquiao. You know, he came up a lot. You know, there's a certain extent that these guys are just too big. I can give two shits if they come down and meet him. They're just too big. You know, if Mayweather takes on Sergio Martinez is gonna knock him out. You know, if Chavez, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. You know, when he steps into the ring, he's shit, man. This guy's heavy as shit. You know, I see Chavez just. It doesn't matter what Mayweather does. Mayweather can do his little shoulder roll or whatever he wants to do. Chavez is just gonna fucking dislocate his shoulder, man. This guy's just too big of a fighter. I don't see Mayweather. Yeah, you can be quick all you want, but there's gonna be, I think Chavez is just too big for him. It's just way too big. I think both of them fighters will beat Mayweather, hands down. But it's not an even playing field. So that's completely out the picture. Guys, let me know what you guys think. This is Kenneth. You know, who's these opponents? Who do you think Mayweather should fight next? Do you think he should fight Canelo Alvarez next? Do you think he's going to fight Andre Berto? Do you think he's going to fight Timothy Bradley? Do you think he's going to fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.? Yes, I'm going to go ahead and say that because I bet you I'm going to have some people say, hey, he's going to fight Julio Cesar Chavez. Miguel Cotto, do you think he's going to fight Sergio Martinez? Robert Guerrero? If none of those fighters, then shit. Who do you think he's going to fight? As far as Pacquiao as well. Guys, subscribe, friend request. This is Kenneth, that's being boxing. Have a good